Valorant Patch 12.01 is officially live, and while this update doesn't bring new agents or weapons, it does bring some important competitive changes, a ton of agent bug fixes, and the return of a feature many VCT fans have been waiting for. This patch is especially important for EU competitive players, so let's break down everything you need to know, what actually matters, and what kind of impact this patch could have in real games. Before we dive into the full changelog, here are the three biggest highlights from Patch 12.01. First, Riot has introduced mandatory Riot Mobile multi-factor authentication for certain European Union competitive players. Second, there are multiple bug fixes across agents, including Harbor, Gekko, Phoenix, Sage, and Yoru. Third, the Esports Hub is officially back in game for VCT 2026. And fourth, we're getting very close to the 5,000 subscribers milestone. So if you enjoy Valorant leaks and updates like this, be sure to subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Now let's go section by section. Competitive updates. MFA requirement, European Union only. Starting with the biggest change in this patch. With patch 12.01, EU players will now be required to enable Riot Mobile MFA to queue competitive, but only under specific conditions. This applies if you are an ascendant rank or higher, or your account has been flagged for account sharing. If you fall into either category and do not have MFA enabled through the Riot Mobile app, you will not be able to queue competitive. This is clearly part of Riot's ongoing fight against account sharing, boosting, and high-rank Smurf abuse. Good news for esports fans. The Esports Hub is officially back in Valorant, now updated for VCT 2026. This means you'll once again be able to follow VCT events in-game, track teams and matches, stay connected to the competitive Valorant ecosystem directly from the client. Nothing brand new here, but it's good to see Riot keeping esports integrated into the game. Now let's talk about the agent bug fixes, which make up most of this patch. General. A bug was fixed where ability icons wouldn't update correctly if a player was repeatedly hit by the same debuff from the same agent. This was mostly a UI issue, but it could still be confusing in intense fights. Harbor. Harbor received two important fixes. Reckoning's range indicator now properly lines up with the actual ability area. Cove's ability icon now correctly appears on the minimap during placement. These fixes make Harbor's utility more reliable and readable, especially for coordinated team play. Fade. A visual bug was fixed where Fade's Prowler was missing VFX in left-handed mode. Not gameplay breaking, but definitely immersion breaking for some players. Gekko. Gekko players get two solid fixes. Dizzy will now aim correctly at detected enemies instead of occasionally missing. Globules will no longer appear on the enemy minimap when they're out of sight. These are actually meaningful buffs to clarity and fairness when playing against Gekko. Viper. A spectator-only fix. Viper's Pit VFX now displays consistently when observers are using free cam. This mostly affects esports and replay viewing, not normal gameplay. Chamber and Vise. Veto. A UI overlap bug was fixed where Chamber's Rendezvous and Veto's Crosscut indicators could overlap with agents and become hard to see. This improves visual clarity, especially in ability-heavy fights. Killjoy. A cosmetic bug was fixed where Killjoy's neck and hair clip would move inconsistently while using an Odin. Purely visual, but nice to see Riot still polishing small details. Sage. A fix was made where Sage's healing orb targeting UI would remain visible even after line of sight was broken. This should make healing interactions cleaner and less confusing. Phoenix. Phoenix received two notable fixes. He will no longer be nearsighted after respawning from Run It Back. Hot Hands VFX will now correctly appear when thrown from the B window on Bind. The first fix is especially important as it affected Phoenix players after using their ultimate. Yoru. Two rare but impactful Yoru bugs were fixed. You can no longer instantly cancel dimensional drift by timing gate crash with the biphase barrier. Fake out clones can no longer be pushed away by Veto's chokehold on elevated surfaces. These were edge case bugs, but fixing them helps maintain consistency. Several fixes came to all random one site. Agents with continuous ultimates will no longer drop ultimate orbs on death. A localization text overflow bug was fixed on the console. A glass-breaking audio bug on Ascent was fixed. Loadouts will no longer randomly reset to default. Small fixes, but they add up for a smoother experience. A general gameplay fix was made where bullet tracers sometimes wouldn't appear after wall bangs. This is a subtle but important fix, especially for competitive integrity and feedback during fights. PC only. Premier bug fixes. Finally, for Premier players, team tags will now properly display in custom lobbies and social menus. Long team names and tags will no longer overlap. Again, small fixes, but important for organized teams. Overall, Patch 12.01 is a stability and integrity-focused update. No flashy content, but competitive security is improving. Agent abilities are more consistent. Visual clarity is better across the board. If you're an EU high-rank player, the MFA change is the biggest thing to watch out for. Let me know in the comments. Do you think Riot should expand MFA requirements to all regions? If this breakdown helped, drop a like, subscribe for more Valorant updates, and I'll see you in the next video. Allah Hafiz.